Hello again. It's me, David Kennedy McCulloch, author of the Wully the Mahar Gom series. Now, despite the fact that I gave you at least 14 reasons why some of you won't like these stories, it's been brought to my attention that several of you have started reading them and are liking them. But that's giving us another problem, because now all sorts of sensible, boring grown-ups will be irritating you by saying, "What are you doing wasting your time reading that rubbish?" So I thought, let me give you some helpful smart aleck comeback lines to dish back at those grown-ups. Here's what you should do. Look appropriately indignant and hold it up in front of you and say, "Have you seen how heavy this thing is? It's giving me an exercise workout just lifting it up." But here's a wee tip though. You should probably wait until they've turned around rolling their eyes and are walking back out the room before you stick your tongue out at them. Things will go better if you do it that way. Smart aleck comeback line number 2. If someone comes into your room and says, "Are you still reading that Wully the Mahar Gom rubbish?" you can say, "What do you mean, rubbish? These books are highly intellectual. Even the chapters use Roman numerals. That's very fancy." "Well, are you not finished with it yet? What chapter are you on?" You can say, "Oh, actually, I'm on chapter LXXVII. How to Charm a Black Kitten." It's very good actually. Highly intellectual. Smart aleck comeback number 3. This is a good one to keep up your sleeve for a particularly snooty intellectual critic. "What do you mean rubbish? I'll have you know that this book involves discussion of time travel that is in line with famous American philosopher David Lewis's theories of multiple universes." I mean, that's even more intellectual than using Roman numerals for the chapter numbers. Multiple universes. Parallel time threads. Highly intellectual. Smart aleck comeback number 4. This is a good one for your particularly snooty intellectual critics. "What do you mean rubbish? I'm learning Latin by reading this book. Look, in book 1, Black Hope Scar, chapter VIII, a Scottish Latin lesson. See if you can translate this." Stop? Oh, well, maybe I can help you out. It's a conversation between two wee Scottish boys standing in a street in ancient Rome. The first one says, "Hey Willie, ergo 40 buses in a row." To which his pal replies, "Nay Willie, he's no buses, he's trucks." Ta-da! Highly intellectual. Smart aleck comeback number 5. These books are not rubbish. I'll have you know I'm learning international cuisine, including gourmet Scottish cuisine. And no, that's not an oxymoron. For example, one of the most underrated sandwiches in the planet is Marmite, peanut butter and cheese. But if that's not fancy enough for you, you should try ordering a full Scottish breakfast sometime. Start off with some porridge served piping hot with cream and salt, but certainly not with brown sugar and cinnamon and raisins. Follow that up with a pair of kippers, smoked herring with the tail and fin still on and the wee beady eye looking up at you from the plate. And then finish that off with fried bacon, fried eggs, fried tomatoes, fried mushrooms, baked beans, fried bread, breakfast sausage links, Lorne sausage, haggis sausage, white pudding and black pudding, which you probably know better as blood pudding. Have that with a wee side dish of toast and marmalade, wash it all down with a pot of strong black tea, and that'll just set you up perfectly for the day. Smart Alec Comeback number 6. These books are not rubbish, they're highly educational. I'm expanding my vocabulary considerably. At the back of each book, they've even got a glossary of terms for unusual words. You only get that in highly intellectual educational books. Let me just give you one example. Glaikit, foolish or stupid. See also gomerel, Egypt, neepheed, lunk, mug, puddin, and a few hundred others. See? Expands your vocabulary considerably. Smart Alec Comeback line number 7, or as we intellectuals call it, number VII. Yes, I'm still reading the Wally stories, and no, they're not rubbish, they're highly intellectual. I'm learning Gaelic in these books, and as you know, Gaelic's very cool to listen to, even if it's a wee bit tricky to spell. Let me give you an example. This is the sign outside a village on the island of Lewis. How do you think the locals pronounce that? Ardroil. Ardroil. Here's another one. In Book 2, Twilight Cave, you'll meet the Bog Witch of Callanish. That's her name. Varidu. Smart Alec Comeback number 8. What do you mean rubbish? These books are highly educational. I'm learning advanced level science here. You've maybe heard of quantum mechanics and string theory? I'm learning stuff that's way more advanced than that. I'm learning GOM physics, which allows you to jump around the world really fast by catharting. No, I didn't say farting, I said catharting. Also in Book 3, Chondrite Vault, you learn to go back in time by taking a chondrite jump. This is advanced stuff here, and string theory's got nothing on thread wire theory, so just away and leave me alone. I'm too busy learning my science. Smart Alec Comeback number 9. What do you mean rubbish? These books are highly educational. I'm learning about international history in these books. For example, in Book 3, Chondrite Vault, you will learn all about the Spanish conquest of the Inca civilization in South America, which, as you probably know, happened in the middle of the 16th century, or as we intellectuals call it, Century XV1. So, I'm sorry, I've no more time to talk trivia with the likes of you. I need to get back to my international history studies. Smart Alec Comeback number 10. I'm not wasting my time reading these stories. I'm training to become an international spy by learning how to decode secret messages. So ask your smarty pant critics if they know what this means. Take your time. Well, if you'd even gone to the bother of reading this wee short prequel to the Wally series, Crabbit House, you would know what it means, because that's the kind of intellectual educational stuff that the Wally the Mahargom books are full of. So,